Hi and welcome, my friends. I'm waiting for the live video to start. My display shows I'm live now. Cool. Hi and welcome, my friends, to the Wednesday live session of our group Friendship Skill 4.0 for this digital age. Today it's about our weekly topic, biggest mistake we can do in a friendship. I will sort my things close to news application. Performance issues. I have to end an application maybe. I have performance issues. Cool, let's have a look if it's now works better. Do I have still performance issues? Okay. Okay. I have to. Let's have a look if it works. Now, cool. Now I should have a better performance. That's it. That happens if technique doesn't work probably. So, what? Now let's have a look if it keeps bad from the performance. I'm from I'm looking for my task manager. Task manager. If I can stop something which uses my performance. Leistung, performance. Actually, it looks fine with the performance. So let's just start. Today it's about our weekly topic, biggest mistakes we can do in a friendship. Thank you for joining my live sessions or watching the video afterwards. Hi, Justin. Nice to see you in my live session. If you want to support me to reach a larger audience, please share this video. That would be amazing. Thank you for that. Last Wednesday, I had an amazing live session with life coach and group expert Johan Reiländer about effects of bad relationships on our self-esteem and how to rebuild it afterwards. Today, we are focusing on friendships again, but we keep the topic of the bad behavior. I still have this error message. I'm going to click it away. Cool. No, it looks fine. I also prepared a little poll. I will activate it now. What's in your experience is the biggest reason? What's in your experience is the biggest reason for friendships breaking up? What's in your experience is missing is the biggest reason for relationships breaking up. I'm going to activate the poll. We have too much difference in views and lifestyles. We have ongoing bad communication or behavior, and we have just losing touch with each other. I would love your votes for my poll during this live session that we can have a little look what you think matters most. Biggest mistakes we can do in the friendships. I actually, it's actually something you can Google, and you will even find some good results. I read a few of the articles, but I also have a few own thoughts about it, which I'm going to share with you today. First, I wanted to find a good definition for friendships. What does friendships mean? But most of them, of the definitions are pretty bad. Like a friendship is the relationship between friends. Wow, I didn't really expect that as a result. But that's the main definition for friendships actually. On your dictionary, I found one suggestion for definition I like more. The definition of friendship is a relationship between people who like each other and enjoy each other's company. But the search for the meaning of friendship isn't something new. A well-known Greek philosopher, Aristoteles, he lived, yes, thousands of years before. He already defined three different friendship types. First, friendships of utility. Second, friendships of pleasure. And third, friendships of the good. I will post the article of Ian Tang on Medium in the comment section later on. What do the different types mean? Friendships of utility are about friends because of mutual benefits, like schoolmates or work colleagues, which have some certain surroundings where they can utilize each other for benefits. Friendships of pleasures are those where people find each other because of the enjoyment in brings. People hanging out do of fitting hobbies, common interests, for example, a fishing buddy, or people loving to play chess with each other. Then we have the friendships of the good that are based upon respect, appreciation of each other's qualities, and a strong will to aid and assist the other person because one recognizes the greatness of the other, which makes they really are on a deeper level of relationships. Relevant mistakes for those friendships, of course, differ because if I have a fishing buddy where it's about fishing, I will lose him just because I stop fishing myself. Or a friend of school from school, I might lose because I changed to another school already. That is, it can be sufficient reason for sufficient mistake for the friendships to end. The friendships or the good are more stable and therefore it needs deeper mistakes to really harm them. But not only the friendships types are relevant, communication and behavior aspects are relevant as well. And especially between the friends and in front of other people and societies as well. So we have the one dimension of communication between the friends with themselves, and the second dimension is the behavior and the communication about the one friend to society and other peoples. For example, how I speak about a certain friend in public, or if I take her side or not in a discussion or conversation. Let's take a little bit of water. If I now take common mistakes, I can put them in source dimensions. There's an old article from Andrea Bonnier on Psychology Today, for example. She states several reasons for mistakes. Not asking questions and following up. That's the communication issues between friends. Letting one mistake paralyze you. That's also communication. Not to be able to apologize, not to be willing to apologize. Trying too hard to impress, showing off with a behavior a lot of people don't like, which they find disturbing, being pushy or overcoming in decisives about plans. That makes the other insecure because of the effort you will cause to them, because you try to push your thought, your ideas on them. Breaking confidence or gossiping too much is all a big issue, a clear signal for the others that they can't trust into you. In missing cues is also something, if you don't get that the other person has too much going on or doesn't want in the moment, that's also something which is really bothering people. Sulan George adds additional points. He has an article on life hacks. He said you don't listen, you don't keep your word, you take more than you give in the friendship, you're not vulnerable enough, so you don't let the other person really in. Your expectation for the other person are too high. For example, it's if stages in life change for the other and he or she can't really take so much any energy in the relationships as before. Next to communication, general behavior also has a big influence on our friendships. For example, toxic aggressive behavior pushes a friendship to its limit. People can't stand that in the long run. Also, destructive and negative behavior makes it difficult to endure in the long run. And of course, theft or the unsocialized use of things, because if you don't care for the person's limits of their belongings, that's also a clear sign, a negative bad effect on the friendship relationship. It looks like there are actually a lot of biggest mistake for friendships. It's breakable situations or situation of course. But now let's speak about some comment in the group. Muma Teresa, she wrote, the worst thing is to ever make your friend or anyone around you lose trust in you, because once trust is lost, there's no hope of bringing it back. I personally also think it's hard to rebuild trust. If it's gone, it's mostly gone. There are little things breaking a little bit of trust, and there are big things which break all of it at once. You might recover from the small things after a while, but I don't think you can undo a big occasion, big things happening. Thanks, Muma, for that. Erfan Schölp wrote, opening up too much in front of someone is not a good idea. Keep them close enough to care for each other, but keep them far enough from exploiting weaknesses. And Erfan is right that there is always the possibility that someone misuses our trust. That's always a point, something which can happen. And as more we open up, as more harm she can cause if they misuse it. On the other hand, if you are not vulnerable enough, the friendship can break because the other will know that you're holding back, and that will cause trust issues for them. So they will think you don't really care. Like Erwan replied, we all have different perspective based on experiences. I think there's no right or wrong on that particular point. Dana de los Reyes brought up an additional aspect as well. Not being upfront and truthful. If you have a problem with them, say it as soon as possible so that it will not tear the friendships apart. If you don't speak about differences and mistakes, they will repeat. And the friendship will disintegrate from within, because if you don't talk about the other, how should the other know that was an issue? That works on both sides, of course, as well. Thank you for that point, Dana. In my opinion, our memory also plays a big role for mistakes in friendships. If I find a mistake small I did, but the other person think it was a big thing, I probably will forget about it after a while. And that brings the risk to repeat the mistake. The other will think that I don't really care for his feeling. Even if he or she didn't state that the mistake was big for him or her, and they will still think that didn't really care. Apologize are often not enough. Usually it's about giving second chances. So your friend will think that he or she gave you a second chance, but you believe after the apology that it's good again, and that's won't work. Nowadays, I try to make notes about such bad situations, mistakes, to keep an overview about what went wrong in a specific friendship. I make a summary of the interaction, and I just save them. And that prevents me from repeating some of my mistakes. Not all, of course, but it helps enough. I think that was it for today. I hope you enjoyed this live session, even if the start might feel a little bit slow motion. Please like and share it, and see you again soon in our group Friendship Skill 4.0 for this digital age. Thank you and goodbye. And I will post the 2 articles in a moment. There's 3 articles in a moment. Bye.